Jules Émile Frédéric Massenet. You would think it was the name for royalty. In fact, in late 19th century France, Jules Massenet reigned as monarch of French opera. His Manon was the toast of Paris, and even today it stands alongside Gounod's Faust and Bizet's Carmen at the head of the French operatic repertoire. But Manon is hardly Massenet's only surviving triumph. Of the more than 30 operas he wrote, at least half a dozen are still played by opera companies around the world. These works aren't among those popular ABCs of the opera house, Aida, Bohème, and Carmen. Nonetheless, Massenet is the 20th most performed opera composer, and his appeal is growing. Last year, the opera-based website counted 38 productions as far-flung as Brazil, Russia, and Japan. In fact, the beautiful costumes you'll be seeing in our Manon come from Opera Australia in Sydney. Still, few of us probably know much of Massenet's personal story. Born in 1842 in a suburb of Saint-Étienne in France's Loire coal mining region, to a manufacturer of iron products like hammers, sickles, and scythes, young Jules got piano lessons from his musically talented mother. He showed his chops early. At around 10, he was admitted to the renowned Paris Conservatory. By his late teens, he was a prize student at the French Academy in Rome. His piano playing attracted no less a virtuoso than Franz Liszt, who arranged for Massenet to tutor a wealthy patron's daughter. That young lady eventually became his wife, his beloved Ninon. Back in Paris, he began writing songs, piano etudes, and orchestral suites. His dramatic oratorio, Marie Magdalene, drew particular notice, but what really sparked his enthusiasm was opera. His first 4 efforts were light fare, somewhat in the fashion of his fellow Parisian Jacques Offenbach, but these only encouraged him to aim still higher. By his mid-30s, he had his first major operatic success. It was a heavily costumed extravaganza called Le Roi de Lahore, or the King of Lahore. It reflected the era's infatuation with the Orient. Next came another hothouse of Orientalism, Herodias or Herod, a retelling of the biblical story of John the Baptist and Salome, without the fiery striptease of Richard Strauss's version of the story. But that didn't stop the Archbishop of Lyon from excommunicating Massenet and his librettists, or Parisians from rushing off to Brussels for the premiere. In 1884, at age 41, Massenet unveiled Manon, his Belle Epoque masterwork about the innocent country girl turned courtesan. The opera was a sensation in Paris and elsewhere. After Manon, his most celebrated opera probably is Werther, Massenet's take on the German writer Goethe's famous romantic novel about the sorrows of an idealistic young poet whose love for a married woman drives him to suicide. Another continuing favorite, Thais, set in 4th century Egypt, it's more of Massenet's exotic erotica about an alluring pagan courtesan and a monk's effort to save her soul. Its most memorable music, Meditation, an achingly beautiful violin solo with orchestra often played separately at concert. Here's Itzhak Perlman meditating. Others we can still hear in opera houses include Le Cid, a legendary tale of love, war, and honor out of medieval Spain, which is also performed as a ballet. Then there's Cendrillon, a witty variation of the Cinderella fairy tale. And finally, Don Quixote, his version of the Man of La Mancha, Don Quixote, Cervantes' classic tale of the knight-errant and his faithful Sancho Panza. Beyond operas, Massenet wrote many smaller choral works and more than 200 songs, many still sung. In his day, some critics chided Massenet for pandering to popular tastes. He wasn't highbrow enough. but no one ever denied his gift for melody or the sweep of his music. Psychologically astute, he could alternately touch the heart or evoke a smile. Why not see and hear for yourself the magic of the man named Jules Émile Frédéric Massenet?